What's up guys, Commander Nipples here. Today we're going to talk about Due Process. On the surface, Due Process is a fairly simple game, but once you get to know it, you realize there's a lot of things going on. There's lots of game mechanics that kind of build on top of each other, allowing for some crazy, confusing, and dynamic situations to arise each round. The game has a high learning curve. Experienced players will have a leg up against newcomers because they'll know certain things about the game, about the maps, and about different items you can interact with on the maps that will allow them to have an advantage when incorporating those things into their plan and their execution. The game is kind of a black hole, and I mean that I've been playing this game since it was in late beta. I've got around 200 matches in and I'm still learning new things about the game. So here are my tips in no specific order. Try to use them, and I promise they'll help you become a better player at Due Process. Shotgunning the handle of any door will open it. This includes the red doors, but their handles are on the inside. If you shoot the middle of the red fan from the inside, it'll stop the fan from moving. The attackers can enter without having to use a breaching charge. The cargo docks can be opened and closed by pressing the adjacent buttons. Sometimes the defenders will do this to shoot the attackers. On the gas station map, there's a teller room with bulletproof windows. The big red button inside opens the storefront shutters. Usually the defenders don't want to open the storefront shutters unless you have a plan. Maybe you stole a frag grenade in a previous round and you're going to use it to kill all the attackers right when they leave the truck. But most of the time, don't press this button if you're defending. If you decide to take on the responsibility of using the mop sniper that the defenders get, bring a road flare on maps with power because its scope sucks in the dark. Players who have their flashlight turned on can be seen on the map. When a red door is breached, an alarm goes off, and this makes it harder for the defenders to hear the attackers when they enter. You can turn this alarm off by shooting it on top of the red door. Sometimes you might accidentally cut your reload short by switching weapons or picking up another item. Make sure your gun is racked. If it's not racked, you can't shoot it. You'll notice a little indicator above your ammo counter that says rack. Just press the left mouse button when you see this and you'll rack your gun. Molotov grenades slightly impair night vision. Unfortunately, road flares do not. Always try to notice if you're given a map where there's a wall that you can shoot through that overlooks the bomb panel. If it's on the left or the right side, just use the bomb diamond as a reference, and when they start defusing, pull the trigger and you'll get a kill. You just might even clutch the match too. If you look at the map, you'll notice that some walls have black tops and other walls have gray tops. Typically it's the interior walls that have the gray tops. You can use the wall charge to blow through those walls and use that to get closer to the bomb. Just make sure there's nothing on the other side of that wall that could block you from entering the hole you just made. Getting creative with the wall charge can win you the match, but this brings me to my next point.
Frag out, frag out, frag out.
The enforcers only get 2 frag grenades, and they should be used on rooms where you think there's going to be lots of barbed wire, or where you think a lot of enemies are going to be camping in. There's no casually throwing a frag grenade in this game. Make sure your entire team knows ahead of time what room you plan to throw the frag grenade in, or they're going to run in there, you're going to throw the grenade, and you're probably going to team kill them. Now let's talk about smoke grenades. Smoke grenades should be used in long sight lanes, such as this map is a perfect example, to blind snipers so they can't see you. Usually, throwing a smoke grenade in front of a door you have to run through just makes it so you have to run in blind, and that doesn't really help the attackers much. Sometimes you'll get a map where there is an opening in the ceiling, so that some of the inside of the building is actually exposed to the outside. Sometimes maps will have a fence for a roof instead of like a solid ceiling. If you're ever attacking one of these maps, a good strategy is to throw a smoke grenade on top of the roof from the outside. If it lands on a fenced roof, the bottom half of smoke will actually seep through, and depending on the map, such as this one, look at this pillbox area. If that has a fenced roof, the bottom half of the smoke grenade will completely ruin all of their vantage points inside of pillbox. In training mode, you'll find these fire extinguishers. If you look at them, they say that they provide 20 seconds of a smoke screen when they're shot. You can actually pick them up and throw them, but when you shoot them, nothing happens. I haven't seen these implemented in any maps yet, but I'm sure in the future, the defenders will be able to use these to blind the attackers in order to screw up their entry. The Saber Sniper Rifle is a god tier weapon. It's used to dominate long sight lanes. Sometimes, you'll get a storefront map where a long sight lane can be made using the wall charge. You just gotta open it up and get all those Saber kills. Explosions destroy barbed wire, so don't put the barbed wire so close to a red door that it would just go to waste. If you are attacking and you only have to breach one exterior door and you're not going to be breaching anything else, you can drop the clackers outside. So that way if you lose, the defenders can't get them and counterclack you, but if you win, you can run back out and pick them up.
You gotta pull that big brain strat, you know, drop it so they can't see it.
If you're defending and you don't pick up anything off of the armory, you'll spawn in with a fully loaded Gruber and a fully loaded pistol. You just have to skip the setup phase. You won't spawn in with your teammates, you'll spawn right when the attackers leave their truck. When a whole team does this, it's called Gruber Gang. Gruber Gang, Gruber Gang. Player models do not collide, meaning you can walk through your teammates and you can walk through enemies. Here I'm trying to shoot through a door, but my teammate, he walks through me. Literally my last round hit him in the back of the head and killed him. Just be observant of where your teammates are shooting, and if you have to walk in front of them, try crouching. So in this clip I'm trying to be stupid. I stole a smoke and a shotgun. I smoke the window and see if I can get an attacker to check through the window and shoot him in the face. But the UAV actually rotates around the map and it got an angle on me through that window. So it's something to be mindful of when you're camping a window. So here's a really good attacking round where we beat the defenders in less than 40 seconds. The attackers, they want to have momentum and they want to keep that momentum going all the way to the bomb. The defenders want to disrupt this momentum. Kill this guy with half my mag, drop my mag, and pick it up back off the ground because I'll probably need it. Some of us go to check out arcade, but we quickly regroup to stick to the plan instead of splitting up. Flash in. Check my corners. Oh, look, there's an auto-shotty guy camping in the corner. If someone threw a smoke in here, I probably wouldn't have seen him, and he would have killed me. This guy comes in, we get him, he Molotovs the bomb, but we got to the bomb so quick, we still have a minute to defuse. My last tip is to try to memorize the layout of each map you get each round. I mean, this is hard to do because there's new maps every week, but if you do know what's on the other side of a door and where that door leads, you're going to have better situational awareness and you're going to be able to think on your feet a lot faster. Also, if you're dead, make sure to give your teammates information about the map, but don't try to distract them with it. Another useful thing is to pick up equipment that your teammates drop. If they didn't get the chance to use it, well, you can use it, and this will honestly save you in a lot of situations. Now my teammate tells me to throw a Molotov at this door. I hear the guy, I see his gun kind of stick out a little bit right there, throw the Molotov, wallbang him through the wall, win the round. That was just me thinking on my feet because I kind of knew the map and I also had a teammate helping me. Well, that's about it for this video, guys. Hopefully these tips will help you improve your gameplay. Another thing to remember is this game isn't necessarily about being able to headshot somebody as fast as you can, but more so about thinking outside the box and trying to confuse your opponents. Of course, this game is still in early access, and some of the things I told you in this video are subject to change, but I don't think most of them will change. And this game is going to be having many new map types and many new caveats and things on the map that'll change the game and introduce new tactics. If you like this video, please comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.